The majority of you might find this a little bit too overexposed, but if I do this and this, it might not be so bad. And in today's video I'm going to tell you about this new adapter that I got for my Canon EOS R10. If you were to buy a Canon EOS R7 or a Canon EOS R10 today, included in the box you will get this regular Canon EF to RF adapter. With this adapter you're able to mount older EF and EF-S lenses to your new RF camera. Canon has 3 different kind of EF to RF adapters. They have this regular adapter, which is the cheapest one. Then they have one with the control ring on the adapter, which match up with the control ring of new RF lenses. Then you have the most expensive adapter, which is an EF to RF adapter with a drop-in ND filter. Normally, if you want to put an ND filter on your lens, you need to buy one of these. This is a variable ND filter, and if you turn it, it goes brighter. And if I turn it the other way, it goes darker. And the way that it works with this ND filter is that you just mount it at the end of the lens, and then you just turn the ND filter to get it to be brighter or darker. You can see the little bright ring inside of the lens there. The problem with ND filters like this is if you have several different lenses. If you want to change the lens and still use an ND filter and only have one ND filter with step up rings like I have on this one, you need to unscrew the ND filter from the lens that you were using and then mount it to the new lens that you want to use. This is time consuming, and that's where the EF to RF adapter with the drop-in filter is just genius. The problem with the EF to RF drop-in ND adapter is that it's very expensive. But there are third-party manufacturers of EF to RF adapters, and the one that I got today is one from Meike. And what's special about this one is that this also has the drop-in ND filter. The way that it works is that you put the adapter onto your new RF camera, and then you mount your EF or EF-S lens to the other side. So now I have my EOS R10, the Meike EF to RF adapter, and my Sigma EF lens. And with this drop-in filter adapter, I don't need the ND filter on the outer part of my lens, because now I have an ND filter right next to the sensor in the camera. But you might ask, what happens if you don't need the ND filter? Because this is an ND3 to ND500. That means that you always have some kind of density in front of your lens, and you always will have some kind of darkening to your image. Well, that's not a problem. With this adapter and the ND filter comes this. And this is a clear filter to put in for those times when you don't need an ND filter. And by doing this, this goes back to being a regular EF to RF adapter. Since I got this adapter today, I haven't been able to try it out that much, but I am curious to see how it works when I'm able to. But Josh Satin, he made a video about this specific adapter, and I highly recommend that you go watch that video because he did some really good testing about it. So if you want to know about the quality of this adapter and the ND filter inside, go watch that video. And if you do, leave him a comment and say I sent you. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you got something out of it, and maybe I will see you tomorrow.